Hey everyone, I'm LP Franklin with the Franklin Real Estate Group, and today we're going to go over the Orange County real estate market update for the month of November in 2024. We're going to talk about home prices, inventory, interest rates, everything that's happening with real estate, and give you a good market overview and let you know what's happening in the market here. Let's dive in. Okay, first, let's talk about the big picture. Orange County home prices. Home prices have been rising for the last several years and going up at a tremendous rate, right? We've seen so much people make so much equity over the last few years because prices have been taken off since the pandemic. Now, we were getting into a slower market before then, and we've seen a couple slowdowns here and there. And right now, we're in the middle of one of those stabilization markets where people have slowed down for the holidays, getting ready to go back to school, getting ready for the new year. It's an election year. So you have so many of these things playing a factor. We've seen a stabilization with prices. Are homes still selling quickly? Absolutely. If they're priced right and they look good, they are sold immediately. So there's still a lot of pent-up buyer demand, but we've seen the prices stabilize a little bit and they're still up from a year ago. So prices are still going up. They just slow down at the rate of which they're going up, means you still a lot of opportunity for buyers because you can get in the market and potentially get a deal with less competition. And if you're a seller, hey, you're still getting the highest prices of all time. So it's still a great time to sell a home as well. While some areas have seen strong growth, other areas are starting to see leveling off. So if you're looking at buying a home or selling a home, these are good things to keep in mind. Okay, now let's talk about inventory. Orange County historically has had low inventory over the last several years. We used to have around 10,000 homes for sale, and now we are under 5,000 homes for sale, and it's been that way for a long time. Now, we're just under 5,000 homes on the market right now, so it hasn't been that high since mid 2022, July, when they upped the interest rates. So we've seen the inventory pick up because interest rates have picked up a little bit. So inventory has risen and we have more inventory than we normally have, but the days on market is still really low. The average days on market is still under 20 days, how long it takes to put a home under contract. So homes are still selling fast. We do have more inventory than we've been used to lately, but it doesn't mean that, hey, it's all swung to a complete buyer's market and now there's all this opportunity out there. We have a lot of inventory that's just not coming on the market because a lot of those sellers have 2 and 3% interest rates and don't want to give up those good interest rates. So therefore, they're not putting those homes on the market. Now, we've seen a rise. Yes, that's true. We have to keep an eye on that and see what happens. But there is more options for buyers that are looking. But you have to keep that in mind. If you're looking to list your home, there may be a little bit more competition than there was the past few years. Now, what does this mean for the typical buyer and seller? Well, it means that homes are still selling quickly. Even though our inventory has came up, it's still historically low inventory. So homes are still selling fast and buyers and sellers need to be prepared to make quick decisions because when you have low inventory, you usually have a more competitive market. So areas like Irvine and Laguna and the coastal areas, you're still seeing multiple offers and properties selling rather quickly. You just need to be prepared to make the best decision possible when you're in a low inventory market, which we are in. Now let's talk about interest rates. Interest rates have been a moving target. The Fed has announced that they're going to cut the rates, and they've done that. However, they're not directly tied to mortgage interest rates. Mortgage interest rates are tied to the Treasury 10-year bond. So we've seen rates start at 7% and they came down to the 5%, and now they're back in the 6%. Maybe even going up to 7. They said they're going to lower the rates and that they could come back down into the 5 and 6 range. We just don't know. Interest rates have been moving quite a bit lately and it's very volatile, and that could be playing a role on the stabilization of pricing and the rise of inventory. Buyers can't get the proper interest rate they want, then they can't go buy the home they want, which means their buying power has less buying power. So they may have to settle, and then some buyers end up waiting, which is the worst thing you could do, and they don't decide to do anything at all. And then when rates come down, guess what? Prices shoot up and things get more expensive. So you really want to be in the market, or if you can, say, I already want to own the home when interest rates come down, because that's when you're going to get an increase in equity. If you're considering buying a home, now is a good time to to talk to your lender and potentially lock in your interest rate. You want to lock in a certain rate and get a good rate if you can today. That way, you know, going into the market, you're already set and you don't have to worry about rates moving. If you're a seller selling your property, then you have to think about that and put that into consideration when you want to strategically price your home in a competitive way for a buyer to come purchase your home, what that payment will look like at a 1% difference in interest rates, and what makes the most sense for you to get the most money for your home. Okay, so let's cover a neighborhood spotlight. For this neighborhood spotlight, let's talk about Irvine's community, Great Park. Great Park is a massive community in the center of Irvine, right near Irvine Spectrum. There used to be the El Toro military base there. And they've taken that base out completely and built a ton of properties. They built a big park there. There's a sports complex. There's a amphitheater. There's a schools they've put in there. There's also a amusement park. Great Park has so much things coming there. They said it's going to be larger than Central Park in New York, and it's going to have so much attractions, amenities that's going to bring people into Irvine. That is one of the newest communities in Irvine. There's so many beautiful properties there, so much new construction there. If you're interested in Great Park, feel free to reach out. We'd love to take you on a tour or show you what your options are here in Great Park. So that's your Orange County market update. If you'd like more information about a certain community, real estate tips, or like to get more information on how to buy a home, how to sell a home, how to maximize your money, please feel free to reach out. We love helping people, love to answer any questions we can for you. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, hit the ring button for notifications. Thank you for watching.